Gordon, don't we have one of these F-131s at home?
We do have an F-131. You see it on the set. It is a beautiful machine made by none other than Maingear. Basically, these folks make Lamborghinis, Ferraris of high-end PCs. These things are just beautiful. And what you're seeing here is the Maingear F-131 Special Edition 1 of 1.
It's literally just one of one.
Literally 1 of 1. This machine actually won the Intel Extreme Challenge last year. But what's special about it here at CES are these tubes.
And you can actually buy these. Those aren't one of one.
Yeah, this is not 1 of 1. The machine itself you can buy, not necessarily this machine, but you can buy most of it on Maingear site. But you can get the cooling here. Now these look like your standard hardline acrylic tubes that you would use for custom water loops. But as you can see, they are lit up. And I know a lot of people, if you hate RGB, just, you can stop watching now, but then you're going to miss out on the other surprise. But if you love RGB and you like water cooling, look at that. It just looks wonderful. So it's addressable.
Awesome.
RGB in this tube. You're probably wondering, well, how the hell do they do that? Because, there are some people that have done it. They've tried to mount LEDs behind it and shine light through it. But, that's pretty janky. Here is an example of the Apex Spectrum. There's 2 of these tubes running. Again, hardline tubes. Look how bright that is. Maybe it's because there's not the water in here, or I don't know, but it's just brilliant lighting.
Super bright.
And look, we are gonna. I don't know. There's nothing behind here, right? And what I think they're doing, they won't tell me, but I think it's just simply a double wall tube. So there's probably a tube inside, and then the LEDs behind that, and then you have a second tube. Because other than that, you'd be running your LEDs. You'd be waterboarding your LEDs. I don't think they're doing that. So, if you tuned out because you hate RGB, this is the other surprise of this Maingear machine.
What is it?
It's if you actually want to do something cool, like you got a Switch. This is a Nintendo. Well, I'm sorry, whatever it is.
Yes,
is
a
it
Nintendo
a
Switch. You're right.
I was going to call it a Wii because I have no idea what these things are. This is a Nintendo Wii. I'm going to show you.
Switch.
Switch. It is whatever. It's one of those things.
Yeah,
oh, wait, here it goes.
Running Super Mario Odyssey.
I was trying to flip it open.
Yeah.
You can see it's running. Is it what's the game again?
Super Mario Odyssey.
Super Mario Odyssey.
But you can dock it in.
You take this sucker. You're like, hey, I'm going to go home, fire up my machine, dock my Switch, and look.
It's plugged into an Elgato capture card.
Yeah, it's not, because I thought, well, it's just a simple pass-through card, but it's not. It's actually either running into an Elgato capture. You saw the shrink because...
pick up the controllers and play, Gordon. Do it.
I don't know how. So Maingear's saying that, the cool thing about this is you can now, of course, capture the video. If you've got a burgeoning Mario, what is it again?
Super Mario Odyssey.
Super Mario Odyssey channel on Twitch. On your Switch, you can do it easily with the setup on the Maingear system.
That's awesome.
Pretty nice. Now look at that works.
Well, there's another example of the Apex Spectrum, right?
Right. So there's the Apex Spectrum. This is Maingear's limited edition. They're only going to make it for a few months, I believe, a couple months. It's the Maingear Rush Omega edition.
Yeah, that's
full-size ATX, hardline tubes. This is blue if you're not into the whole color thing. It looks really quite nice, but it has the same thing. It has the Apex Spectrum. It has the LEDs. It also has what makes it special is they has the Maingear signature water block here. You can see an impeller, and you can see these channels for routing water. So beautiful, beautiful machine, and probably not as crazy expensive as the F-131, which I think this one might be $6,000 or $9,000. Or if you can afford a $6,000 or $9,000 machine with an 18-core Core i9 and two high-end GeForce cards, you're not really we're not going to worry about the money. But I mean, look at the lighting there is beautiful, and hey, you can stream your
Nintendo Switch,
to Twitch on this Maingear box.
Switch to Twitch.
Switch to
there
Twitch.
we go.
So
awesome. Thanks, Gordon.
All right, check you out later.